guy told me today.
Yeah, talk about that, man.
Dude.
Please share that story because you felt like I was going
Dude.
to have a weird reaction to the story.
You already said you got to register the curry.
Yeah, but I need the folks of the podcast world to know about this story because you sure bring all the negative to this podcast. Now let's bring some positive for my negative response. I'll bring it up. So what happened today at work, bro? What happened
So
today at
today,
work?
this guy was like,
She get ready to ban somebody. How you gonna ban somebody from taking the test?
So he's came and took a testing before, but he was just like, I like your hair. I was like, okay, cool. And he was like, maybe if he get his hair done and get dressed and nice, then we can go on a date. Absolutely not, sir. What are you talking about? I was like, I'm married. He was like, oh, I seen the ring, but are you married?
Let's stop there. Is it okay for the man to see the ring and to try to use a stereotype to ignore the ring because he believes that people wear rings on their ring finger just to win?
So it's another person sitting waiting to get checked in, and
he chimes in.
He does. He chimes in. He's like, "Oh no, you are pretty for it. Here you go. It's never gonna be you just pretty whatever for a big girl."
Yes, let's address that brief statement right there. Why does she have to be beautiful for a big girl?
So I'm like, why we
And I
gotta do
only
that?
say this to say is because I had seconds before this conversation was brought up, saw a big girl that I couldn't tell whether she was pregnant or was she just fat. And my wife's response to that
That's none of your business.
No, that is not her response. That was not her response.
Why you worried about her?
About her when your wife is?
I said, why you worried about her? And if she pregnant, not your wife built like the Michelin Man.
And my response with her was, "That's none of your business. Mind your business. No one is talking about you. Let other people judge you.
But you don't need to talk about.
You don't judge yourself. No, we judge people. We don't. The people don't. You're not supposed to judge yourself. You can judge yourself when you're cute, but when we're having a conversation where we're passing judgment on someone else, it is not polite of you to bring up your own flaws to justify theirs.
No, whatever. So the dude was like, his wife, he was like, sometimes he don't think she cute or whatever. But I said, that's your wife. So the other guy is still like trying to make a pass of going out. And I was like, look, don't make me bar you from here when you can't test it. He was like, nah.
Try to bar the man from testing.
Nothing like that. And the other guy was like, yeah, because we don't discriminate. As long as it got a slit between their legs and not a stick, we going to hit. So, is that true? That a man will sleep with anything?
That is true. I see that all the time. But I also think that's a double thing. Because about a month ago, one of my coworkers at my job introduced me to her boyfriend. Right? Boyfriend, a decent looking dude, but he had flaws. These are flaws that most women do not ignore. So when I first smelt the flaw, I thought I was tripping. I said, "Oh man!" And the funny conversations I have internally with myself sometimes just make me just stop and laugh. So I'm standing there minding my business, and I was like, "God damn, somebody stink." I proceeded to make sure it wasn't me that was smelling that way, right? So I hit myself with, I'm like, "Oh, okay, I'm good, right?" So they are leaving. Middle of this story in my mind, I'm like, damn, I hope that's not her dude that smells like that. Because, God damn, he stink. She introduced him to me. He extends his arm out and hands me a handshake. And I said, oh no, it is him that stinks. So I start in my mind trying to come up with a way to ask her, do she know her boyfriend stinks, right? I'm like, how about to ask her if she know her boyfriend don't use deodorant? So the next day, I'm like, we just talking. Hee hee ha. I was like, man, do you know your boyfriend stink? And she was like, listen, the response that her face gave me versus the response that came out of her mouth did not match. But I let her have it. What came out of her mouth was, oh yeah, he's a Muslim. He don't do that. So I'm thinking to myself, he don't look like no Muslim. Maybe he forgot. Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he was moving too quick. He don't look like no Muslim. Because the face that you had told me to shut the fuck up. Because I swear, literally, I asked her and she had like the shock face. She like,
You smelled it?
like, you smelled it? I'm like, nigga, you was holding that nigga arm. How didn't you smell it? But that's what I'm saying. Women ain't
That's the
humping no
natural
dude with
aroma.
stinky underarms or stinky balls or stinky booty.
But some people, they just, I don't know.
Would you hump somebody? Would you deal
Absolutely
with me
not.
with stinky arms? Because
Absolutely
we've
not.
smelled stinky arms.
Absolutely not.
My goddaughter has stinky arms,
Absolutely not.
and his arms smell like her arms. The devil is a lie. I ain't lying. That's how I was so sure about that smell. Because I knew I had smelled it recently. Remember, I looked back at her. I was like, "Nah, is that you?" You was like, yeah. I'm like, okay, Jesus Christ. You told me she had bathed. I was shocked because, like,
That baby got
it
grown.
smelled like she was working on a farm for 8 freaking hours. I'm like, boy, shit. What in the devil is going on?
Shut
Man?
up. What you ain't gonna do? Come for a girl like that.
All
She
right,
had a hard
man.
day.